I'm Ellie.
And I'm Julie.
And welcome back to One World Saints, where we learn about our faith while discovering new flavors. So, Julie, we are back again with another video. Hope you've been keeping up with us once again. Just a reminder, hopefully I don't have to say this every video. But just a reminder, we are studying new ideas. So, Miss Julie's going to be here with us more often.
Yes.
So, Julie, what do we have for today? What are we going to do? Or what am I going to do?
Well, Ellie. So today we're going to be making a banana, well actually I should say healthy banana pancakes. Goodness, chocolate?
Chocolate?
Yes. So healthy banana chocolate pancakes.
So yeah, we are making healthy pancakes. And the reason for this whole thing, I don't know if we mentioned it maybe the first video, I'm not sure. We are doing something called Magnify 90. It's a challenge of some of us girls here in the parish, specifically part of the youth group and other women. We're doing this challenge, to build our faith, have a better connection. One of them being no sugar. So we are maybe cheating a bit by adding chocolate chips to this recipe, but it's dark chocolate. So it weighs out a bit. It makes it a little better. So why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why am I gonna do this? Julie, why am I gonna do this?
Well, as you guys may know, a majority of the times, I'm not gonna say just us girls, but everybody struggles with, their appearance, with weight loss, and how sometimes we don't really feel worthy enough to be in this world or find a relationship or, being confident within ourselves because of our overweight. And so today we're just gonna talk a little bit more about, how we can change a few things in our daily lifestyle and make better decisions, and you can still enjoy it with having a little bit of sweet but healthier alternatives. And just also the main idea is just simply loving yourselves the way you are.
Definitely.
So yeah, we'll get more into depth with that later on. Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty. So this recipe is, I think it's very simple. When I came across of this, I made it and I was like, oh my goodness, where have you been all my life? One thing is I love pancakes. I love them. I love to make them. My mom likes the store-bought ones that you just add water and there you go, the complete mix. But I don't know, it tastes different when you add the ingredients, the milk, the eggs, everything incorporated. It makes a difference. So we are gonna do a little different. So we are gonna use bananas. I know someone in the crew set was commenting that they were black and they were too dark and ya están echadas a perder and I don't know what, but they are supposed to be ripe. And actually I personally really like them like this because it's like really sweet, which is gonna help you because we don't want to add that extra sweetness. So you need 2 bananas, ripe bananas. It's fine if they look like this, okay? Don't worry what other people tell you. You need 2 eggs. We are gonna use 100% cocoa, baking cocoa. Unsweetened would be better. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
I thought it was cocoa.
Whatever would I say cocoa, and we're gonna use cocoa, okay? Some salt and your chips. Any chips is fine. We are specifically gonna use semi-sweet dark chocolate chips. Okay, so it's very simple. We are gonna put it all into our blender and we're just gonna make them. That's pretty simple, correct? So before I get into, I can do it actually. We'll talk through it. So Julie told us that many of us times that we suffer through, how about Julie does it while I talk better?
Yeah.
Ayudándole. So many times society tends to tell us that we are supposed to look a certain way or dress a certain way, be a certain way in order to have love, to receive love from maybe a person or anyone. But I personally struggled with that many times. When I was younger, I've always been overweight, or I guess chubby. I don't know what are the proper terminations that you guys want to call it. But it's something that I've always struggled with. And many times before, when I would look at it, my mom would tell me, you know, you should lose weight. It was a lot where you should lose weight so that other people can like you, so that you can find a boyfriend or a husband or however you want to consider it. So that's what I had in my mind always, like that's what you should do so that you can love you. But it wasn't until I was in the path of God that I found out or came to realize that He created us in His image. So we are created in His image, and He made me fearfully and wonderfully made, which changed my whole mindset of trying to lose weight for society, for others. And now it was trying to lose weight so that I can, for health reasons. I don't want to go through all these maybe diseases or sicknesses that you encounter later on while being overweight. I don't want to go through that. So now I want to be healthy, but so that I can live longer, so I can be able to, you know, have a good lifestyle, so I can, if I were to have kids, if God permits me to have kids, I can be with them in longer, you know, run around with them if they enjoy it, definitely. So that's more of a reason why I want to lose weight now. So it changes my mindset. So I don't know if any of you guys are going through maybe a similar situation, if you've been through that, but don't give up, like continue. And it isn't until you realize that you are created in God's image. God doesn't make mistakes. You aren't a mistake, first of all. Sorry. And many times I felt very unworthy that I wasn't able to continue being in the path of God because of the way I looked or the way that I acted. God doesn't see all that. He sees your heart. He sees what's in your mind. He sees all of that. It's much more exterior. It's not just on the outside, but what's inside. And I think that's just a very important lesson to know. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on into finishing up the pancakes, and we're gonna add some cocoa powder, some chips, and the salt and the eggs, and we're gonna mix it up, and we will get back to you. Alrighty, so we are back. Hopefully you guys were able to blend it. We went to go blend it. After we blend everything else, at the end we just added the chips, and that's what we blended at the end. Basically just to basically just to like break down the chocolate chips a bit. So I forgot to add one key ingredient to this pancakes. Please remember to add, what do we add?
Flour.
Oatmeal. Please remember to add either oatmeal flour or just oatmeal in general. It is a starch, and it helps so that thicken the mixture, and it's gonna make it be able to flip the pancakes. So I've learned. I'm sorry, I'm not the true chef anymore. So we are here. We're gonna make the pancakes right in front of you. You know, very nice stove right here. So this is considered a non-stick pan, so it's not. But I don't really trust advertisement. I think they just say that for money. ¿Para qué what?
I was gonna say para que se los compres.
Yeah, para que se los compres. So normally I would use a spray. We're gonna use some olive oil, just a little bit to not allow it to stick to the pan. And we're gonna do them. So it's basically you just put them on. Oh, kind of scared. Oh, interesting. No, I think we should have my other way. All right, so you're just basically cooking to see that they make and everything. As soon as it bubbles from the top, or as you're able to put the spatula underneath and then flip it, then that's the time to flip it. If you're able to do such thing. It's gonna take a while to get the hang of it. I took a while to do the pancakes because sometimes they would stick.
They're a lot flimsier too.
Yeah.
It's not as thick, the consistency.
Yeah, that's why I like waffles, because it's already in there.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Also, weren't you, or like, can't you also include oatmeal in it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
to make it a lot thicker too.
If like this is you're gonna use this for a morning and you want it to be fulfilling, you want
like a protein style,
and make it last for a while before your next meal. You can definitely add some oatmeal to it, quick oats, and then blend it as well with it, and then it'll add that consistency where it makes you chew it a little more. And I think personally I like that because it makes me take my time while eating.
Yeah, of, like, you get tired more.
You get tired of chewing. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. You get tired of chewing.
And when you get tired of chewing, that means
time to cut it.
Yep.
Oh. Let's see if this is the moment of truth. I'm kind of scared. Maybe this is why I don't like
non-stick pans. And everything sticks.
Everything sticks. Kind of scared.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just do that? Oh. That one flip where you can do it yourself, and oh no, not ready to flip. Okay, so basically just leave it there. Tanteale. If it doesn't work, leave it there a little longer until you are able to flip it, honestly, and that's pretty simple on that. So while we wait for the pancake to finish, I don't know if you want to share with us anything relating with what we just spoke about, maybe anything difficulty that I don't know if you've ever experienced difficulties with your self-image or.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone can relate. You know, we're at such a young age, you know, we're also told that, oh no, this is la flaquita and all of that, and or at least in my case, I have a younger sibling and she's always been la flaquita and I've always been la gordita, and so sometimes it's very like what's the word, like I guess it's hurtful. Just always hearing your parents or even your cousins, your aunts always saying like, ay, mira, tú estás bien gordita, bien llenita, and la otra bien flaquita, you know, and sometimes that does hurt. Like, it's like, I'm really trying to lose weight here, but, you know, nothing works or whatever. But I also, también I don't discipline myself when it comes to that stuff because a mí me gusta comer, and I'm like,
me too.
You know?
Me too.
So sometimes I'm like, estoy renegando que estoy gordita, pero ahí le sigo comiendo. No, they're not.
It's not gonna work out.
They're non-stick pans.
Non-stick. This is what they claim, and look at this. This is not non-stick. But yeah, definitely. I think many of us, I can relate on that part. If you didn't know, I am a twin. My twin looks nothing like me. First of all, he's a guy, and second of all, he is relatively skinnier than I am. So many times, even growing up as well, like, why can't you be more like your brother?
Yeah.
And in many times, obviously you can see that's not the case. Although now he's gained weight, but that's a different story as well. But you can check him out in one of the other videos with Michael. So his name is Daniel. Daniel is my brother, and Michael is the other person that's with him in the videos. But yeah, you can check him out as well if you want to learn more about the faith as well. But yes, definitely, that's something that we've all struggled with, and it's okay to struggle with it, but what is not okay is to stay there. Like I just told you guys, we are created in His image. We are created fearfully and wonderfully made. So let's not forget about that. And I think that's my advice for everyone, and I think Julie can agree with me on that, is that we have to come to a point where we have to realize that all this exterior is gonna, at one age, we're gonna be old and it's all gonna go away. What is not gonna change is your heart and your and your soul. That's not gonna change. So why don't we start working on our hearts? And what are we proclaiming? What are we saying out there? What are we showing to the world in our hearts? Do we have anger in our hearts? Do we carry resentment? What are we carrying in our hearts? Because that's gonna be forever, and that's gonna be with God. But our exterior, that's gonna fade away soon. So let's focus more on building our faith. Let's focus more on being better people. Let's work better to have that positive attitude. That's something that I'm struggling with, very negative, but I'm trying every single day to look at the positive side of everything. So that's my encouragement for you guys. I don't know if Julie has any other encouragement that she may want to add.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, they always say that when you change your perspective on things, especially when it comes to a positive perspective, you know, you feel a lot more confident. And even if you're gordita, but you know that you're an image of God, that you're perfection in God's eyes, you know, everything changes. And sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm gordita, and what? You know, like, God made me this way. So just change your perspective in things, and like Ellie said, always see the positive instead of the negative, because there's a lot more positive things to you than there are negatives. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, if you have a better pan than I do, you guys are able to. I'm kidding. But yeah, once again, life is about tries. We're gonna fail, but what matters is that you keep trying, you fix your things, and you keep going. Sounds good? So they look burnt, but that's also because they're dark chocolate. So, but it's fine. I personally like it cuando está más doradito, más quemadito, because that's just the way that I look, Está mejor.
I'm like
this over here, más o menos. But the important part of this, the important wasn't the whole pancakes, but remembering that you are made in the image of God. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and don't ever forget that. Don't let anyone bring you down. Don't let anyone bring you down. Don't let anyone try to burn down your flame, because you are beautiful and wonderful. So don't ever forget that. And hopefully, if you ever do decide to do maybe different, you want to change an aspect of the way you look, it's not to please others, but to maybe better yourself as a person, and so that you can live a beautiful, wonderful life in the path of Christ. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you, Julie, once again for everything, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, then can you put
the front way and is upset.
Put it. Give me the.
I gave a tip.
Goodness, that's scary.